What's up guys, Aussie HPP Racing. I got another Mustang here for you. This is so we can compare it, same year, same everything. Everything's identical to the one we picked up 100 horsepower on. This one's gonna have headers, exhaust, cold air kit. The only difference is suspension. Suspension ain't gonna affect our dyno numbers. The heat today is about 102. Very similar to last time, it was about 98 degrees. We're kind of close on that, but we want to see if we can replicate the same results. And if American Racing headers, they usually cost a little bit more. These are stainless power or stainless works. I'm going to verify that before we get this video done. But we'll see the difference in who makes more power, if there's really a power difference, and that'll help you choose what exhaust system you want. Let's get this going, guys. Get it done for him, buddy. Thank you. Alright guys, if he's gonna start on it, I got a bunch of other crap I gotta go do right now. So let him start. We'll get the video going back once we get a couple things torn apart so you guys can see how easy this is. It's not that bad, or how hard it may be for you. Some of you guys know how to do a bunch of stuff, some of you don't. We'll see who it is, but I'll catch you in a little bit. Alright guys, I'm here. We had Guillermo, he's been working on it, trying to get everything going. It's a hot ass day, that's why we look worn out as hell. Our makeup is running, just kidding. But yeah, that's why we look like shit. But either way guys, we got the bottom stuff off. So what you're gonna do when you come down here, you're gonna take all your plastic stuff off, you're gonna take your exhaust off, and then you're gonna get to your manifolds. The manifolds are a little bit of a bitch, but nowhere near as bad as the long tube headers. That's gonna be your second. This part is easy. It's a lot easier to get everything off, so at home you feel like, hey, I'm kicking ass right now, you're still gonna need to lift it a little bit, trust me. It's a pain in the butt. But as always, once we get to this point, we got this gasket. This guy's got a pretty brand new car, so we're gonna reuse his factory gaskets. In most cases, like I've always told you guys, when we do headers, we always put stock factory manifold gaskets. That's the only way they work. I know sometimes they work for other people, they have work. But we're a shop. When you drive off a couple miles away and your stuff's leaking, you're gonna be upset. If you bust your ass all weekend trying to do these headers at home, you order them through our website, hppracing.com. Order these headers, they get dropped off at your house. Now they get dropped off at your house and you're stuck. You put everything together and you use the stock, you didn't use the stock gasket, you drive off, it's gonna be just as bad as paying me $400 to $500 to put it in, as you having to use another weekend to take everything apart and use that gasket. So never forget the stock gasket. Well, we're gonna start on the driver's side. That side's a little harder. You got the steering shaft in there. He's already disconnected the steering shaft, as you can see right here. It's been disconnected. He's gonna start working on putting these in. Stainless power. We're gonna see how they do. I'm not showing any favoritism towards stainless power. I do like American Racing. That's the last ones we did. But when you're like me, I've never had a lot of money. So to me, I'm gonna go with the thing. If it's good enough, if it's good, if there's no other reason, am I paying for name, am I paying for advertisement? I don't know. But I would be one of the type of guys that would go for stainless power because I'm the cheaper guy. So that's me. I'm gonna be cheering probably for this to make as much power as the big guys. Like cheering the Mustang versus the Ferrari. You gotta cheer the underdog. So stainless power is gonna go out here against American Racing. We're gonna see if they do the same. Temperature outside is about 102. American Racing was 101. Everything's even right now. We got the same car, same everything. Here's the headers from stainless power. It's pretty nice. It's 303 stainless steel. Still a great header to me. Long tube header. Save on the price. Get the full exhaust. But we don't know the results. We're gonna find out soon. As soon as we put these on, we're gonna put it on the dyno and see which one makes more power, and y'all can decide. See you later. switching over to E85, some homemade whiskey, see if it makes a little more power. Hopefully we can squeeze a little bit more. This is a stock car, just headers like we said, but we want 2 tunes, so let's find out if E85 is going to give us what we want. I'll let you know here in a second. What did you want? That's what you said you wanted. Alright guys, sorry about that. I'm trying to work in the shop sometimes. I gotta babysit grown men. The only difference when you babysit grown men, your parents aren't paying you, you gotta actually pay them at the end, so you don't really make money from babysitting. Alright guys, I just got in the car after the dyno. Like I said, I usually want to drive these cars to make sure they still drive like stock. This is that 2018 that we did with E85 and 93 tune. We were going to compare this against the stainless power, against the American Racing. They made 100 horsepower with the American Racing JLT into a cold air kit and a catback. We made 100 horsepower to the wheels, but that was a 19. I don't know if it's much difference in horsepower. It could be a 10 horsepower difference between an 18 and a 19. They're very similar in a lot of aspects, but sometimes, you know, it's a little selling pitch. Whenever they make a new car, the new year model might make 5 more horsepower, like 10, 15, who knows, whatever. But either way, it made 90 to the wheels. On E85 was the biggest surprise to me, because I know on a lot of power outer cars, like when we do superchargers, we do turbos, we expect them to pick up on E85. We can run more timing. You know, the car, it says it runs cooler. The E85, we've made up to 2,500 horsepower in our old race car, so E85 is a great fuel. And so far this car's driving like stock. I'm sorry, my attention just goes everywhere. E85 is it's a great fuel, and we picked up 34 horsepower. That is badass. That is to the wheels on a 106-degree day. I'm kind of really impressed. I was hoping for 15 when I told the customer. We'll probably make 15, 20, because when I'm talking about numbers, you all know we talk about rear wheel numbers. And you know, I don't want to get anybody's hopes up too much, and then we look like, oh, you know, you overhyped it up, you didn't make the power, you look like an idiot. At least at 15, 20 horsepower, I feel comfortable. Yeah, I think we can make that. Damn, we ended up making 34. This car reacted badass to the fuel. So we made a E85. Usually we use Kroger, not gonna bullshit you. On the old Mustangs, we had to. Kroger always tests higher for some reason. Even if you go to Valero, we go, you know, Albertsons might have it. Everybody might have it, but the E85 in some of those places is just not as good. On Kroger, we got a consistent over E87, 88. It tests high. So that's who we like to use. So after putting the Kroger, we put the E85 in. Put on the dyno and gain that 34 horsepower. It's just incredible to me that I can go pay less money than 93. You know, you're saving like $1.50 a gallon sometimes in some areas, and you're making more power. It's like, fuck, it's a no-brainer. Why pay? You know, back in the day, we had to get 110 fuel to be able to achieve that. So we go to 110 unleaded octane, mix it with our 93, or sometimes just run 110 by itself to make a few extra horsepower. This thing made 34. That's to the wheels. That is awesome on a stock car. That's what's so shocking. So far this is driving good. Let's give it a hit so we can hear what it sounds like. This verse, I know you're not going to be able to compare the American Racing, what they sound like, but you know, this one definitely does not sound raspy. The car sounds clean. It sounds like a, you know, like I always like it to sound. I want it to come out of the showroom. When I hit it, I want it to sound, but I want it to perform. I don't want a loud car that can't perform. So we're going to hit it here a couple times. See how you guys like the sound? It definitely feels good. The shift points, these automatics are badass. So these 10 speeds are just, they knocked it out of the park with these 10 speeds. They just shift one shift after another, back to back to back. The other difference with the 19, this one we put the BMR suspension. So it definitely hooks. We'll find out now when I peg it, but that suspension has worked out. We've been using them from 15s all the way to the 2020s. They work, and we're kind of a company, I like to use stuff. If I gotta tell my customer that I really believe in this stuff, I have to really believe in it, you know? I just have to. Damn, there's a cop, so let's just not get him all riled up. But we'll hit it from a small punch. We'll just go like a 10 punch now. I've got some cars behind me. God damn it, another cop. Alright guys, I'm not gonna be able to hit it in this neighborhood. It sucks, they're all over this place now. Give me just a second and I'll try it again. Alright. Alright, this is like pretty much launching just to see how the suspension works. Anyway guys, let's just end the video there. Thank you for so much support. Thank you for you all watching these videos and supporting us, man. Hopefully we can build up this channel, put a lot of builds for you guys, put some more racing, and you guys can enjoy this stuff. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification buttons, and share these videos and help me get them out there. Thanks guys, see you next time.